Please nobody search up Ninjago Nia on Google. Yes, that is a very good idea. Do not do that. You will see some horrific things. Alright. Bada bing. Bada boom. Alrighty, here we go. So this is the tier list that I have for you guys ready today. Obviously, we have our tiers set up, and here is our selection of Master Wu minifigures. Now, obviously, as I said, Master Wu does not have very many figures compared to some other Ninjago characters that we have done tier lists for in the past. For the tiers, starting at the top, we have Perfect, followed by Great, Good, Average, Bad, Awful, the Worst, being the last one, and I thought there was one below that, but no, the worst is simply the worst. So my goal for this is to rank all these figures according to my own opinion, obviously, and if you guys want to type in the chat what you think about these figures as we go through them, feel free to do so. We have the original all the way up to Ninjago core right here. Alright, let's begin with the original Master Wu, the OG. Now, the original Master Wu, I actually don't mind all that much. The only bad thing about this version of Wu is that other versions are better. This one is very classic though, but I think in terms of Master Wu, average. I think this is the average Master Wu suit. Other suits try to expand on this, you know, go farther with their design. Some even go lesser in some cases. We'll get to those later on. But I don't know, the original Master Wu to me, I find to be pretty average. I think it's a pretty basic print overall. Nothing too crazy, but still very classic in the same sense, you know? It's not too great, but it's also not too bad. Here we go. Black Kimono Master Wu. For the next step, we have Black Kimono Wu. I like this one a lot, actually. I like it a lot more than the original Master Wu. Maybe good, because I think that this design is also done a lot better for Legacy. So I'd say good for the first version of Black Suit Master Wu. It's a nice classical looking suit. I love the black and the white and the gold. Makes him look very proper, very leader-esque. I like that version a lot. The only reason why I'm putting it in good is because I like the Legacy version more, and we will get to that soon enough, don't you worry. Next up, we have this weird micro figure Master Wu, and it's very, very awful, I guess. I mean, look at it. It's not that great. In terms of the micro figures, some of them are very cute, some of them are very funny. The Master Wu micro figure just looks so weird. Oftentimes he is seen without his hat, makes it look even more strange. It just kind of looks like they took Master Wu's face and like scrunched it down and just plopped it onto a super small body. Imagine Toddler Wu with old Master Wu's face. That's what we have going on here, and it's just awful. Next up, we have this weird version of Master Wu from 2012 and also 2013. He was included in the final battle sets. I don't like this guy a lot. I'm gonna put him... Yeah, I'll put him in the bad tier, or in the bad tier. He's gonna go in the bad tier. I just don't like this version of Wu. I think his torso is very strange looking. It's not show accurate from what I can understand. It's very weird. It just seems like the odd man out here when it comes to the Master Wu figures. Next up we have Tech Wu. Yes, please. Very good figure. Very great. From what I can remember, he does not have leg printing though, so that's why I'm not putting him in perfect. But overall, Tech Wu or Evil Wu is super great. I like him a lot. I like the silver hat, the black beard, the weird red eyes, the nice Nindroid style face print. He looks great. I also love I love the purple in the torso as well, the white and purple torso, the black arms. It's overall it's a good representation of an evil Master Wu. All right, what do we got next? Another weird Master Wu came out in a book, I believe. What book was this released in? I have no idea. But this is a better design than this guy though, so I'm going to be putting him in the average section. He has kind of like a gold serpentine style print running down his torso. I'm not sure if he has leg printing. I don't know. Just another awkward Master Wu. If there's one word to describe this guy, it is awkward. Not sure where to place this guy. I don't really have a lot of investment in that figure. I don't own this figure. I'm not really super attached to it, so I guess average. I'll put it below the original though. This version of Wu right here, Airjitsu Wu, he came out in the Airjitsu Temple. Perfect. I love that figure. Easily one of my favorite Master Wu figures of all time. I think he looks fantastic. I love the golden vest thing that he has going on. I love how the legs and the torso blend with each other. Overall, just a fantastic representation of Master Wu. Obviously, based off of his outfit that we see in the earlier episodes of Season 5, I believe, during his tea shop days. He was released in the Airjitsu Temple, and I think he is awesome. Easily one of my favorite Master Wus of all time. Alright, let's move on to, what is this? Oh, this is officially Master Wu. Master Wu from Possession. Also a pretty good figure. Perfect tier. In fact, Yeah, I'll put him above T-Shop Wu for a couple of reasons. I really enjoy the design for the torso. In case you guys didn't know, a lot of the Future Ninja kind of take influence from this design, which came out originally with Master Wu, and I think it looks awesome. I also love the gray hands, the nice gold printing going throughout the entire body. I like the golden hat as well. Not the first time we had seen that, but still good nonetheless. I actually really liked it in the show as well. You know, Master Wu in possession as it was airing looked fantastic in the show, and the figure is a pretty good representation of what we saw, and it's also a really good design. This weird one came out in Day of the Departed, also Hands of Time. It's kind of like a revamped version of the original, and I think it is better than the original for a couple of reasons. I like the belt a lot more. I think the belt on this guy is a lot better than the belt on this guy. Do I like it more than the original Black Suit Wu? No, I don't really. I think it's a good design. Updates the original while keeping things relatively similar. He also has the nice sacred flute printing on the back of the torso, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah, good tier for me. Probably not going to put it any higher than right here. I think that's a good spot for him personally. I don't know. Is it just me, or does the original Master Wu design seem kind of boring by today's standards? All right, let's move on to Movie Wu. This guy I actually really like. I'm going to put him in the great tier. I'll put him above Tech Wu for a couple of reasons. For one, this guy actually has subtle leg printing on the toes, which I think is awesome. He also has that nice skirt piece, which I think is very effective for Master Wu to use. I feel like more figures should kind of utilize that. The torso print, while basic, is very classic. It is very, you know, mystical in nature. I like that a lot. I also really like the face print for this version of Wu, and I also really enjoy the hat as well. Pizza time. Thank you, Jose, for the $4.99. Yeah, overall great tier for this version of Master Wu. All right, let's move on to Baby Wu. Oh boy, everyone's favorite Baby Wu figure. Okay, so obviously it's not that great as some other figures because it's just a baby. It has the baby face. It has very little that is involved with this figure. It's very, very small, very few parts. But with that being said, it is very effective, so I'll put it in the average tier. Baby Wu, as it goes, isn't the best figure ever, but I do like it a lot. I probably won't put it any higher than average because Baby Wu, again, the only thing about him is that he's a baby, and Baby Wu is rather cute, and it is kind of creepy to put him on your shelf next to all the other Wus. That's how I have mine currently displayed, and it just kind of sits there and stares. But average tier, I guess. All right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on to... what are we doing? All right, let's move on to Teen Wu. Okay, Teen Wu, I like a fair bit. I'm going to put him in great tier simply because of that hairpiece. That hairpiece is fantastic, originally used by Cole in the Ninjago movie. Lego recolored it and obviously made it white with a golden headband. Looks amazing, looks fantastic. Can't really complain too much about Teen Wu. I also like his ripped attire. I think he looks, you know, he looks torn, he looks tattered, and I think that works. I also really like his face with the subtle hint that maybe his beard is starting to grow back. Yeah, great tier for me. I think that this version of Teen Wu is a pretty fantastic figure, all things considered. Okay, let's move on to this version of Teen Wu, because this version of Teen Wu is very strange. Came out in the Golden Dragon Flyer set thing. He's definitely going an average, but I'll probably put him above this version of Wu. I do like this figure a lot in terms of the actual hood. I think that's a pretty good hood to have. It's a nice golden hood. You could basically put it on anybody and call it good from there. The torso print and the legs are okay, I guess. It just kind of feels like they tried to make a golden samurai version of Wu, but did not commit. It just kind of feels like an afterthought for the most part. Who's to say? Let's move on though to Golden Samurai Wu, because this guy is amazing. Gonna put him in the perfect tier. I really like this version of Wu. Unfortunately, I do not have it yet as a figure, but I do want it badly because it's awesome and I really like it. I do like the fully powered up, the full Golden Samurai version of Master Wu. I think it looks fantastic. Whatever you want to call that version of Wu, whether you call it Golden Samurai or something else entirely, I don't know. It just looks really good. I like how the samurai armor covers his mouth almost like a ninja. That looks great. I love the helmet, love the crest on top of the helmet. Overall, very powerful looking, very solid Wu figure that in the show as well was used to great effect. So perfect tier for me. Legacy Wu, or March of the Oni Wu, I like a lot. He's one of my favorite Master Wu figures. I'm going to put him all the way at the top of the great tier. I think that this does the black torso design a lot better. I like how the symbols actually, you know, spell something in the Ninjago language. That's cool. I like the black and the white. The face print is really cool. I like the hat, the beard. Obviously, it's Master Wu. It is the exact same base design as this guy down here, but you know, it's just done a lot better, dare I say. The print is a lot cleaner, the design is a lot more out there, it pops more. Overall, it's just a very big improvement over this guy, which in a way is what Legacy was going for. So very good improvement overall. Great tier for me. What do we have next? We have Season 11 Master Wu. Pretty cool, I think. I don't have this guy either, but pretty cool figure nonetheless. I'm going to put him in great. I'll probably put him... I'll put him right there. How about that? I'll put him right there. I like the cape. Very different take on Master Wu, but I think the cape actually works really well. I also like the red on the torso, though the red is kind of a weird color. I think if they went for maybe like a gold or maybe a black, I think that would have been infinitely better than just having a red belt. Not sure why they chose red. Kind of makes it seem a little strange. But overall, this version of Wu, I actually don't hate all that much. I like it a lot. The cape is what makes it pop for me. One of the most unique figures in that sense.
Pizza time.
This version of Wu, this weird teen Wu, came out in the Ninjago something, a character encyclopedia maybe? Came out in a book. I do have this guy because I bought the book that it came with, but average. I'm thinking average. I'm going to put him at the very bottom of average. I do like the torso print. I like the red bit over here. Kind of reminds me of like a revamped version of this, only younger, dare I say. He also does come with the hairpiece with the man bun and the goatee face, which is always nice to have extras of, don't get me wrong. It's just kind of a weird figure. I don't know why Master Wu has so many of these figures that are just awkward and just strange. I don't know why. I'm going to put him at the very bottom of average, honestly. Average. I don't really have anything else to say about this guy. Hero Wu. Hero Wu is a pretty good figure. I actually like this guy a lot. I'm going to put him in the good tier, but I'll put him all the way at the top. How about that? I really like this guy. I like the armor. I like the different take on Wu. It looks like he's ready to go. He's ready for battle. I like that aspect of Master Wu a lot. I like the hat color. I like the overall torso print. It just, you know, they set out to make a battle-ready version of Wu with a little bit more armor, a little more protection, and I think they nailed it here. I actually really enjoy Hero Wu. Kind of strange when you compare him to the rest of the hero characters, but then again, he's not a ninja, so he would not look the same by default, which makes sense. I don't know. Good tier for me. Probably going to put him at the very top of good tier, though. Let's go and move on to Golden Master Wu. Ooh, great figure. Perfect figure. Yeah. Here, tell you what. I'll do that. Because I think this version of Master Wu is a much better representation of the character than Golden Wu. Golden Wu is awesome, don't get me wrong. Golden Wu is a phenomenal figure for many reasons. I like the golden head, I like the golden torso print, the beard, the hat. It looks fantastic. It's a very good figure, very rare figure as well, only coming out in the Ninjago City Gardens. However, I do like this version of Master Wu just a tiny bit more, just a teeny tiny bit more than Golden Wu. But these two are very, very close. These two could pretty much swap, in my opinion, first and second place, depending on the day of the week. You know, whatever works. Overall, though, Golden Wu is fantastic. If you can get your hands on that figure, I would very much recommend it. And last but not least, Core Wu. Since the core sets are now out, I decided to put Core Wu on this list. I could not find a picture of him as a figure, though, so this render from Lego.com will have to do. I think Core Wu is a pretty great figure. I like him a lot more than Teen Wu. Probably not any higher, though. I'm probably going to keep him right here, below Tech Wu, above Teen Wu. I think Core Wu is pretty great, honestly. I like the great tier. I think that's a good spot for him. I do like the design. It kind of combines aspects from various other designs, such as the Tea Shop Wu, the classic Wu. I just think he looks awesome. Very proper, very, you know, very spectacular, all things considered. He looks like a leader, which is good. He looks like a teacher. He looks wise, so great tier for me. And I think that'll just about do it for the Master Wu tier list. So going over this one more time, our perfect tier, I like that. These four are excellent figures. Great tier, yeah, pretty solid. Good, yeah, okay. Average, yeah, these are very average figures, except for maybe Baby Wu. Might want to bump him up a little bit. Bad, yeah, not even sure what this figure is supposed to be. Awful, yeah, that makes sense. And the worst, we don't have any in the worst. Cool. We went an entire tier list without putting anything in the worst section. How about that? I honestly don't think any of these figures are downright awful. They all have redeeming qualities to them, at least to some degree. Even this guy has some level of redemption to it. So yeah, I'm happy with that tier list overall. I don't mind that too much. If you guys want to do the tier list for yourself, check it out down below in the description. And for watching this in video form, thanks for watching.